Something that I've added recently to help during operations is some temporary card holders, like one here, where you can temporarily put some car cards whilst you're switching around or making up a train. Cards can be temporarily placed here before they're put into their final location, breaking up or making up a train. And this is a little plastic profile that I've painted and is now in position here. And that's a profile I got from the hardware store. Let's see if I can get that into there we go. And I paint them the same color as the fascia, so that it's more or less out of the way, almost difficult to see, but really helps when you're building a train pack. For instance, you've got a lot of cards, your train pack's ready to go. You can even put the whole train pack there temporarily. So I'm putting a number of these temporary card holders around the layout near the Carcard boxes, just to help. They're pretty invisible and just helps a little bit shuffling all your cards around. Okay, finally starting some work in the Eindhoven area again. After putting in the backdrop showing Eindhoven city buildings and station, and putting in the Nedcar structure and the tracks. That's about as far as I got. I think I completed this about a year or a year and a half ago. So, starting to add some work here. I've added a crossing, which is now functional with sound and lights and gates. And now I can start working on the rear area with a town square type scene and a scene in front of the office building of the Necar plant. I'm going to have a roundabout rotunda here with some flowers and grass, and a couple of flagpoles which will have flags flying as they do in front of office buildings quite a lot. A national flag and a flag of the company. Roads going around the building to the side where the goods exit and entry will occur. And here's where the order racks are filled with cars. So ongoing on doing this sort of front lawn, front view of the headquarters of the office building of the Necar plant. I'm still not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. So it looks like it's rained around the roundabout, the parking area in front of the Necar offices, but it's just wet paint. Next step in this scenery piece that I'm still not quite exactly sure how I'm going to finish, but okay, a little further along on this area in front of the Necar head office. Got some parking spaces here, grass. Some white stones here as a border for the parking area, and I'm now just creating a ring of white stones around this central
grassy area which will eventually hold the flag posts here for the country flag, a European Union flag, perhaps maybe even a third flag with the company flag. I don't know yet. Anyway, work in progress. I still don't know exactly how I'm going to finish it all. I need to build a series of steps here in front of the main doors here. So this will be steps going up here, a little bit more grass here. I need to build a staircase here. Yet another rethink. This little mound here that's coming up from the helix support. I'm now covering over, sand down a bit, and it'll just be a little bump in the road. So that we can get some traffic flow correctly going around here. Okay, the walkway, the paving stones for getting to the flag posts are in place. Now, I'm going to see whether I can make something like flowers or something, and perhaps a little flower bed here or there, and just do that perhaps a bit later. Probably need to get some flowers from a kit or something. Scenery. So a little bit further along, I've built some front door steps for the head office building here, as it were, for the Nedcar power plant. So they should fit in like that. Got some flags for the flagpoles and a Dutch flag. So they should be flying like that. So a little further on this little scene in front of the Nedcar factory. I've changed the flags and now have a company Nedcar flag instead of the EU flag, because my layout is set in the 70s and 80s, and the EU as such hadn't really evolved at that point, so this is more appropriate. Company flag and the Dutch flag for in front of the office building. So, a little bit further along, a little bit of street markings. Yeah, all the detailing that you guys are so good at and that I like watching on the channels. I just get a little bored doing all the very tiny details, so I take it in small steps, try to get sort of a feeling for what the scene looks like, and then move on to the next scene because I just get a little bit bored. Okay, another look at this little scene in front of the offices of the Nedcar order plant. Let's zoom out a little bit. So there's the road coming in, there's the parking area for execs and visitors, the flags, head office, and then at the side here there'll be the here's the order rack loading area. Got to build the order rack loaders. Need to go there. Ramps, the ramps into the order racks, and then road round to the back for the suppliers in the industrial activity. So the Necar activity on the layout. Industry turn, that's this train has just arrived. This is the train pack. So we've got 2 box cars going to the Drenthe goods team track. We've got 3 white refrigerator cars going to Grollum and cold storage. We've got 3 hoppers going to the Mabin cement plant, ready mix plant really. We've got 1 shell tanker going here to the local fuel depot, and the 2 box cars need to go to the team track here, the Drenthe goods team track. And we need to change out whatever's in the sidings at the moment. That's the job.